Dear soul, I want you to take a moment. Close your eyes. Breathe in slowly, and breathe out. Let your heart be still for just a second. What I'm about to share with you is not just a message, it's a revelation. One that may shake the ground beneath your feet, but also illuminate the truth that has been silently unfolding around you. Today, the angels have guided you here because they know your heart has been whispering questions. Questions about someone who's been on your mind far too often. Someone who, despite their silence or distance, is carrying a truth so profound it's been reshaping their entire world. This person, yes, the very one you keep sensing in your energy, has been hiding something. But it's not betrayal, nor is it anger. It's something even deeper, more human, more vulnerable. They're hiding a truth about you. A truth so powerful, so emotionally charged, that even they can't fully face it. Not yet. And here's the part that matters most. This truth. It's love. It's admiration. It's a recognition of your light that they never expected to encounter. They didn't plan for this. They weren't searching for it. But you happened. You entered their world with your authenticity, your strength, your quiet grace. And just like that, everything they thought they knew, about love, about connection, about themselves, began to unravel. The angels show me that from the moment they saw you, something within them stirred. It wasn't just attraction. It wasn't just chemistry. It was a soul-level recognition, a kind of knowing that's impossible to explain but undeniable to feel. You awakened something they had buried deep within, a desire for real connection, for emotional intimacy, for vulnerability. And that's the very thing they fear the most. This person has built walls around their heart. Maybe they've been hurt before. Maybe they've learned to survive by pretending they don't feel as deeply as they do. Or perhaps they've convinced themselves that love, real love, isn't meant for them. But then you showed up. And you didn't just knock on the door of their heart. You walked straight through it, with a smile, a gesture, a truth in your eyes that mirrored their own. Now, they're caught in a storm of their own making. They're trying to suppress what they feel, to label it, to contain it. But the truth won't stay hidden forever. It's breaking through the cracks. In the way they look at you when they think you're not watching. In the long pauses between your conversations. In the sudden distance they put between you, not because they don't care, but because they care too much. The angels want you to understand this. What's coming next might change everything. Because this person is approaching a crossroads. The truth they've been hiding is becoming too heavy to bear. And soon it will surface, maybe in a moment of unexpected vulnerability, or in a quiet confession that leaves you breathless. But it's coming. And it's divine timing. You were chosen to be in this person's path for a reason. Your energy, your essence, your presence, it's not just beautiful. It's healing. And even though they may not have the courage to say it out loud yet, you are transforming them. You are helping them confront the parts of themselves they've spent a lifetime avoiding. And that, dear soul, is no small thing. The journey between you two was written long before you ever met. And even now, the universe is orchestrating moments, some subtle, some powerful, to guide you both toward truth. That truth may lead to union, or healing, or perhaps even a closure that brings peace. But whatever it is, it will be honest. And it will be necessary. So what can you do now? You hold space. You stand in your light. You continue being the compassionate, radiant, extraordinary soul that you are. You trust that love, real love, is not about forcing or chasing. It's about recognizing, receiving, and allowing. You trust the timing. You trust the unfolding. And as for them, the angels are working tirelessly on their heart, whispering clarity into their thoughts, soothing their fears, preparing them for a moment of awakening. And when that moment arrives, it won't be subtle. It will be clear. And it will come with a choice, one that could rewrite the story for both of you. Because here's the sacred truth. The love this person feels for you is not going away. It doesn't matter how much they try to suppress it, intellectualize it, or deny it. It lives in their soul, in their quiet moments, in their restless dreams, in the silence they keep when they want to reach out but don't know how. They see you. They feel you. And though they haven't said it, you live in the softest parts of their mind. The parts they only visit when the world is quiet and their guard is down. You, dear soul, are unforgettable. And they know it. What's coming next? A shift. A crack in the armor. A conversation that feels like destiny. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon. Because love this strong was never meant to remain hidden. It was meant to bloom. To break open. To teach. To heal. Stay open. Stay grounded. And above all, stay faithful. Because your heart already knows the truth. It's just waiting for their lips to speak it. There is more I need to share with you, and this part is equally important. The angels have shown me that while this person struggles with the truth of their feelings for you, there is also something else they're carrying. Something they haven't yet been able to face because it touches a wound that goes far beyond your connection. You see, sometimes when we meet someone who mirrors our soul, it forces us to look at parts of ourselves we've kept hidden. And that's exactly what you've done to this person. You've become a reflection, not of their flaws, but of their highest potential. And that is terrifying. They're afraid not because you've done anything wrong, but because you've made them feel something right. Something sacred. You've made them see that love doesn't have to come with pain or abandonment or rejection. You've shown them that love can be kind, soft, safe. And that's the kind of love they've never learned how to accept. They've learned to fight for love, to chase it, to hurt because of it. But you've offered it freely, without condition, without drama, without pressure. And that simplicity? It shakes them to the core. What you don't see, dear soul, is how often they replay your words in their mind. How often they wonder what it would feel like to just surrender. To stop fighting what their heart already knows. They imagine a life where they could hold your hand without hesitation. Where they could laugh with you without guilt. Where they could wake up every day knowing they are finally, truly loved. Without masks, without games. But to live that life, they have to let go of the old story. The one where love hurts. Where it always ends. Where they're never enough. And rewriting that story? It takes courage. It takes time. It takes faith. The angels want you to understand that your role in their life is bigger than romance. You are part of their awakening. You are a messenger of light, sent to help them remember who they really are beneath the fear, the ego, and the defenses. And that's why your energy lingers in their heart even when they try to walk away. Because the soul never forgets the one who helped it begin to heal. Now, maybe you're feeling the weight of this. Maybe you're tired of waiting. Tired of wondering. And that's okay. You're human. Your heart deserves clarity. But the angels ask you to remember, healing doesn't follow our timelines. Sometimes, the greatest love stories are the ones that require patience. Not because love is slow, but because humans are scared. And this person? They are scared. Not of you, but of what loving you would mean. Of how much they would have to change. Of how real everything would become. But here's what the angels are whispering now. They're getting closer. Closer to clarity. Closer to courage. Closer to choosing love over fear. Something is coming that will reveal what they've been hiding. A moment. A message. A shift. You may see it in their eyes before they speak a word. You may feel it in the energy between you. Or you may receive it in the form of an apology, a confession, or a sudden, unexpected action. However it comes, it will feel like truth. It will feel like finally. Until that moment arrives, take care of your own heart. Nurture your spirit. Tend to the dreams that live inside you. Because your life is not on hold while they decide. Your worth is not waiting for their recognition. You are already whole. Already radiant. Already loved. By forces far greater than any human heart can comprehend. You are being prepared for something beautiful. And the angels are making sure that when it arrives, you'll be ready. Ready to receive, not just the love of another, but the love you've always given without condition. The love you so deeply deserve. If at any point you feel lost in this journey, look for the signs. They're everywhere. In the songs that seem to speak directly to you. In the dreams that bring their face into your sleep. In the repeated numbers, the whispers of intuition, the unexpected moments of déjà vu. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Reminders that this story is unfolding exactly as it should. You are divinely guided, eternally protected, and deeply cherished. And the truth they're hiding? It's already finding its way to the surface. Soon, it will be undeniable. And when it rises, it will not just change them, it will change everything. Dear soul, as we continue, the angels want you to know that the truth that is coming isn't just about someone else's feelings for you. It's also about you reclaiming the power you may have unknowingly given away. Because when we care deeply for someone who seems conflicted, it's easy to start questioning our own worth. To wonder if we're too much, or not enough. To carry silence like a wound and distance like rejection. But let this be clear, their silence is not your fault. Their fear is not your burden. Their hesitation is not a reflection of your light. You have loved bravely. You have shown up with grace. You have stood firm in truth. And that matters. It matters more than you may ever realize. This is your reminder, sent through divine timing, that you are the catalyst, not the cause. That you are the mirror, not the mistake. You've triggered something in them that had been buried, something sacred, something they didn't know how to name. And while they try to make sense of it, you are being asked to remain rooted in your own truth. Because this journey isn't just about a love story, it's about spiritual alignment. About the divine timing that brings two souls together not just to share a moment, but to shift lifetimes. You are both being stretched, molded, elevated, not because something is broken, but because something higher is being built. And soon, this person will no longer be able to run from what they feel. They'll find themselves at a threshold. One where denial crumbles and truth becomes louder than fear. And when that moment comes, you will see it in their eyes. Not just love, but reverence. Not just desire, but awe. Because in you, they've seen the divine. In you, they've seen the kind of love that doesn't demand, doesn't control, but simply exists. Freely, fully, unconditionally. They may not know how to say it yet. They may fumble. They may freeze. But inside, the realization is blooming, that you are their safe place. Their mirror. Their reminder that love doesn't have to hurt to be real. That it can feel like breath, like home, like light after a long night. And you, yes you, are being invited to prepare your heart. Not for fantasy, but for truth. Not for dependency, but for divine connection. The kind that holds space, even in uncertainty. The kind that trusts, even in silence. The kind that knows, without needing proof, that what is real always finds its way back. So if you've been questioning everything, if you felt like giving up, know this, what's meant for you will not pass you. The angels are weaving miracles into your days. They're aligning timelines, softening hearts, creating windows where there were once walls. And you, dear soul, are not alone in this. The divine is not punishing you. It is preparing you. For love that heals, not wounds. For love that stays, not hides. For love that lifts, not drains. This is your moment of remembrance. Remember who you are. Remember the magic you carry. Remember that even when someone else struggles to speak the truth, they feel it. They know it. They know that you are different. That you are sacred. That losing you would mean losing something their soul has waited lifetimes to rediscover. And that knowing? It's growing. Quietly. Deeply. Unstoppably. So stay open, dear heart. The truth is closer than you think. And what's coming next? It's not just a confession. It's a beginning. As this journey unfolds, the angels want you to understand something profoundly sacred. Your presence in this person's life is not random. It's part of a soul agreement made long before this lifetime. A divine pact to meet again under these earthly skies and face the truth together. The love that's been hidden, the emotions that have been silenced, the dreams that seemed impossible, all of it is resurfacing now. Because now is the appointed time. The time for revelations. The time for transformation. This person is standing at the edge of their own inner threshold, wrestling not only with their feelings for you, but with everything they thought they knew about love. And you, whether you realize it or not, have become a lighthouse in their emotional storm. You've shown them a different way. Not through force or persuasion, but by simply being you. By being real. By radiating a kind of love that asks for nothing, yet offers everything. And in that stillness, you've created safety. A space where their soul can finally breathe. Where their heart can soften. And that's why they're scared. Because no one ever made them feel this safe. No one ever mirrored their truth with such grace. The angels say they have dreamed of you, perhaps not always with your face, but with your essence. That feeling of peace. That deep inner knowing that everything is going to be okay when you're near. And now that you're here, it's stirring something ancient within them. A recognition. A calling. A longing for something their mind doesn't fully understand, but their spirit remembers. That's why they pull back. That's why they stall. Not because they don't care, but because caring this much is overwhelming. Because for once, love doesn't feel like a battlefield, it feels like home. And home, for someone who has wandered emotionally for so long, can be more terrifying than being lost. Still, the truth cannot be held back forever. It's already pressing against the edges of their soul, ready to break through. And it will. In divine time. In divine truth. What they will say to you, when they finally speak, won't be perfect. It may be messy. It may come out through tears, or in broken fragments between long silences. But it will be real. And it will carry the weight of all the words they never said but always felt. And when that moment comes, you'll understand why the waiting mattered. Why the silence was sacred. Why the space between you was not a void, but a womb where love was growing. Because this isn't just about romantic union. It's about sacred recognition. The kind of union where both people rise. Where healing happens. Where hearts beat in rhythm with something far greater than themselves. So what's next? A test of your heart's faith. A call to stand strong in your truth, not because you need validation, but because you are already whole. There may still be moments of doubt. Days when you wonder if the silence means they've forgotten you. But know this, they haven't. They can't. You live in their energy. In their dreams. In the quiet moments when the world goes still and their soul whispers your name. And soon, something will shift. It might be subtle, a message, a glance, a spontaneous reconnection. Or it might be bold, a confession, an invitation, a moment that breaks everything open. Whatever it is, it will come with divine clarity. And it will ask you to listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. You will know. Because your spirit already knows. And in that moment, everything that's been hidden will be brought to light. Everything that's been feared will be faced. Everything that's been delayed will begin to unfold. And you will remember, the truth was never lost. It was simply waiting for the right moment to be revealed. That moment is near, dear soul. So breathe, trust, and stay open to the miracle you've always felt was coming. Because it is.